Catalytic converter thieves will find it much harder to sell those parts in Minnesota thanks to new legislation signed today by Governor Walz.
Chief political reporter John Croman joins us live from the Capitol with details on that new law. John?
You know, law enforcement, prosecutors, insurance companies, all on board with this bill because it'll make it easier to arrest people riding around with stolen converters. It'll also make it easier to track who is selling them to the scrappers.
The bill Governor Walz signed won't stop all thieves from stealing parts from your car, but it should make it harder to sell them in Minnesota, which is the third in the nation in catalytic converter thefts behind Texas and California.
The large amount of money that they receive from recycling these, they've learned that literally it takes 2 minutes. Pull up to a car and with a Sawzall and take off the catalytic converter.
We've had law enforcement reports around the state where they'll stop a car with 4 or 5 cut-off converters in the back seat. They have no probable cause to stop them.
Under this law, any converter removed from a car will have to have the VIN number, the vehicle ID number, written on it so it can be traced to the car it came from. Carry a converter without those marks, you can be arrested.
Now in Minnesota, it will be a crime after August 1st to possess a used catalytic converter that's not attached to a car unless it has the vehicle identification number written on it.
The new law also requires scrap metal dealers to enter all catalytic converter transactions into a state database, so the BCA can determine if anyone's selling more of those parts than the average auto body shop would.
A database that will be able to enter in catalytic converters as they're purchased, and that will be available to all of Minnesota law enforcement so that they can see who's selling these, who's purchasing them.
Now, this law will go into effect in August, which will give the BCA time to set up that database and make sure the scrappers are trained up on how to use it. Now, during committee, we did hear from somebody from the metal recycling industry who said, well, these thieves will just take their converters to other states. But supporters say you've got to start somewhere, and maybe this movement will spread to other states. Back to you.